up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours, or should I say 24 to 48 hours, because I've not uploaded recently because I'm sick. Can't hear out of this ear. I'm all over the place, up on drugs. Hopefully trying my best to make this video. There's a lot of news I want to talk about. A lot of, stuff that's been happening around Barcelona. But still, excuse my voice if you hear some crackles and stuff of me clearing my throat and stuff like that. I am still very, very sick, but I'm mustering a lot of energy right now to make this video. We got lots to talk about. Firstly, possible return of Lionel Messi. Laporta has been speaking in the media, exposing and promoting the brand of Barcelona in New York, and he's spoken a lot about the possible return of Lionel Messi. I'll give you guys an update on that. And of course, Barcelona's next transfer target in the window is Azpilicueta. Mateu Alemán will be traveling to London next week to negotiate for Azpilicueta and hopefully seal his signing next week as well. He'll also go there to Chelsea and speak about Marc Alonso as well. But there is a new left-back target who I will talk about as well. But of course, with players coming in, players will have to leave the club this summer. Again, Frenkie de Jong, the main target for that sale. Joan Laporta also spoke about him in the media. I'll talk about that. But also, Joan Laporta has told Jordi Cruyff to go to Frenkie de Jong, speak with him, negotiate with him, and come to a resolution. Of course, Jordi Cruyff, Dutch connection, put two and two together. Joan Laporta making Jordi Cruyff find the resolution, find the answer for Frenkie de Jong's situation. And finally, Xavi does have a big decision to make in that midfield. Miralem Pjanic performing well in preseason. Nico with great potential. One of them will be staying in the Barcelona squad next season. The other one will be the loaned out. Or Pjanic could be sale, contract termination, whatever it may be. Xavi will pick between the two. Which one will be the Busquets of the two? Will it be Pjanic or Nico? But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. Also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. The first player that we have been linked with is, of course, the #1 target and priority signing for Barcelona currently in the transfer window, Cesar Azpilicueta. Now, first coming in from Fabrizio Romano, he's come out saying that Barcelona will focus on Azpilicueta again after completing the signing of Jules Kounde. They have reassured Azpilicueta of their intention to sign him this summer. Tuchel, the Chelsea manager, of course, would like to keep his captain, and currently there is no agreement between Chelsea and Barcelona for Azpilicueta. But again, over the past few days, Barcelona have told Azpilicueta again that they will do everything possible to sign him because Xavi wants him. Personal terms, of course, agreed a long time ago, but Azpilicueta wants to be professional with Chelsea. Again, we knew this back in February that, Azpilicueta would not really push for a move. He wants to be respectful. Of course, he's in London for the past 10 years. His kids were born there. They grew up there. It's basically his second home, but of course, his first home is indeed back in Spain. Now, Nico Gonzalez from Cope came out saying the relationship between Barcelona and Chelsea continues to be good, and they continue to discuss about Azpilicueta, and Azpilicueta himself is confident that he'll join Barcelona this summer, and the arrival, of course, of Jules Kounde does not condition the signing of Azpilicueta. After Kounde now, since he's completed, Azpilicueta will be the 6th signing for Barcelona, and it could be advancing next week because Mateu Alemán will be traveling to London. Sport have come out saying that Mateu Alemán will travel to London next week to try and convince Chelsea for the transfer of Cesar Azpilicueta. Marcus Alonso and Frenkie de Jong could also be part of the discussion as well. Now, Frenkie de Jong, I don't think he will be, but of course, Marcus Alonso will be a topic of discussion. If Chelsea, for example, during this meeting give Barcelona an ultimatum saying that, look, you really pissed us off during this transfer window, we'll only give you one, the club are taking Azpilicueta every single second of the year. They want Azpilicueta more, Xavi wants him more, Alonso is coming in just as a cheap cover that Xavi prefers over anyone else, which of course makes sense. But again, the priority is Azpilicueta, and next week, Mateu Alemán will travel to London to try and secure the operation. Now, Toto Costa have come out saying that Barcelona continues to negotiate with Chelsea for Azpilicueta and also for Marcos Alonso. There's optimism at the club that Alonso could also arrive as well. So again, the club are confident, despite the relationship with Chelsea this summer, with the back and forth with Lewandowski, Rafinha, Dembele, Kounde, that they can get both Alonso and Azpilicueta. But what we're hearing from the UK press, from and around Chelsea, they're saying, look, they may, sell one to Barcelona, but right now Chelsea not too happy with Barcelona. They don't really want to negotiate, but they know that both players are pushing for the move. They may only selling up one and not two. We'll wait and see. But again, I'll say it again. If it was only going to be picking one, we're picking Azpilicueta every single day of the week. And it looks like Azpilicueta will be the next signing for Barcelona, the 6th signing of the summer. And next week will be big as Mateo Alemán will travel to London to try and negotiate for the Azpilicueta deal. Now, along with the right back in Azpilicueta, the club of course are also looking for a new left back this summer as well to provide cover and maybe even some competition for Jordi Alba for the upcoming season. Not like we just said, Alonso is a priority, but there is a good chance that Alonso will not arrive. But Barcelona do have many backups. Jordan Ramiro came out saying the list for left back, the backups is very, very long. You have Reguilon on there, Chao Enrique, and now a new name has popped up over the past 24 hours, and that is Johan Mojica, the Colombian, I believe, left back, currently playing for Elche. Now, Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo came out saying that Elche's Joan Mojica is a low-cost option for Barcelona to be the new left back. He has a release clause of 5.5 million euros. Sevilla and Atletico Madrid are also interested as well. I'll say one thing, Mojica, I've known him now for a long time. I've seen him play many times. I think he went on loan at Atlanta, another La Liga club as well. I've seen him quite a bit. The last time we saw him play against Barcelona was, of course, Elche at the Camp Nou, I believe. I think the score was 3-2. Nico scored late on to get the 3 points. Mojica locked down Dembele in that game. I remember Dembele had such a quiet game because Mojica did very well with him. Very fast defender, very strong defender. Not a bad option. The question is, do you take Mojica for 5 million euros or do you trust Alejandro Balde? Is it really worth it to spend the money on Mojica, 29 years old, coming down to the prime years of his football career? He's also been moving mad on Twitter. He's liking every single Barcelona tweet, and people are tweeting at him saying, come to Barcelona. He's liking every single one, so the interest is definitely there. But look, I see him more as, I tweeted this the other day, like a plan D, plan E option. I would take him over Reguilon 100%. Every single day of the week, I take Mojica over Reguilon. 100% cheaper, and you could even say better, in my opinion. The question now is, do you take him over Marcos Alonso, Chao Enrique, Grimaldo, Javi Galan? I don't think he's quite there yet. I think, like I said, plan D, plan E. You could even maybe negotiate with Elche to get it lower than his release clause, but I doubt with it being that cheap, they'll even think about negotiating with us. So, we'll wait and see. Keep your eyes on Mojica. I think he's a decent option out there, but again, I would say fairly low on that left back target list. But again, keep in mind, if we don't get Marcos Alonso, there are many alternatives that Barcelona will be looking at. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Of the transfer exits for Barcelona has been heating up over the past 24 hours. Of course, Mengueta announced to join Celta Vigo, but of course, Barcelona have to get rid of players this summer to lower their wage bill and, of course, bring in some money after spending a lot on signings this summer. Now, first up, a player who I think should definitely be leaving the club this summer and should be looking for a move as well with the stocked attack that we currently have is Memphis Depay. Now, Moses Malloris from ESPN has come out saying that Barcelona have held preliminary talks with Juventus over a deal for Memphis Depay. Now, preliminary talks means very, 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 very early stages. And also, Fabrizio Romano came out confirmed this as well, saying that Juventus do have Memphis Depay on their striker list alongside Timo Werner, Alvaro Morata, and I think Roberto Firmino. But on that list of Morata, Werner, Firmino, Depay is the most likely one for me to be staying at Liverpool. Alvaro Morata, very difficult out of Atletico Madrid, and I believe Timo Werner now is going on loan to RB Leipzig. I mean, it's all over the place, but I think Juventus is a great move for Memphis Depay. He'll be the cornerstone of the attack. I think him and Vlahovic could be a really good partnership. And also keep in mind, when Memphis Depay was a free agent last summer, we were battling neck and neck with Juventus. But in the end, Ronald Koeman, his influence brought Memphis Depay to Barcelona. So Juventus' interest has always been there. So we'll wait and see. Again, there's been a report came out from Sport saying that, one of Depay's friends told us that even Barcelona signed 6 more attackers, he'll still stay at Barcelona. Look, I don't think Memphis is that kind of guy. I think he wants to play. He's a very ambitious player, very professional as well. But I do think we're looking closer and closer at the letter of freedom. I think Memphis Depay will make his exit difficult in terms of us getting a transfer fee, because of course he wants to pick where he wants to go. When you're a free agent, that makes it way, way easier for you. I think the letter of freedom for Memphis Depay is certainly on the table, and there's certainly a high chance, but the club are definitely trying and definitely hoping as well to sell him this summer for even 10 million euros plus variables. I don't think Barcelona would go lower than double digits. They currently value him at around 20 million euros. I believe the transfer market value for Memphis Depay right now is like 30, 35 million euros. So selling him for 20 is already 15 under his market value, let alone 10, which is 25 under his market value. So we'll wait and see with Memphis. I think for Memphis though, like I've been saying this since May, June. When August comes, when teams start to get desperate, of course, World Cup coming in November, you need to have a good squad to compete throughout the whole entire season. August, middle end of it-ish, is when teams get desperate. I think that's when Memphis Depay's attraction will be at an all-time high. So we'll wait and see on Memphis, but again, the club want to sell him. Memphis kind of open to a move, but of course for the right team, for the right project, and also for the right money as well. So wait and see on Memphis, but again, his future at the moment is definitely uncertain. Now, a player who Barcelona have recently put back on the market, which I'm not surprised about, but also surprised a little bit at the same time, is Sergino Dest. Now, Moise Malone from ESPN has come out saying that Barcelona are once again open to offers for Sergino Dest. The player wants to stay, and Xavi would also be in favor of him staying as well. But Barcelona are struggling to sell players who are on the market, so they have to look elsewhere. Barcelona let Dani Alves leave with the view of having Dest and Azpilicueta competing in the right back position. Now, even if Dest leaves, Kounde, Araujo, and Roberto alongside Azpilicueta are viewed for right back options. Look, I've seen some people slating Dest on Twitter over the past few days, saying that he's not that great. Look, Dest has a lot of room to develop, no doubt about that. But I bring you back to what Xavi said a few days ago at his post-match press conference for the Juventus game. He said that, look, Dest, fantastic player, fantastic potential, great phone skills, needs to work on his defending a bit, but has a lot of potential and is part of my project. That's what Xavi said. I don't see the need or the necessary reason to sell Dest. Kick out Braithwaite, kick out Neto, Umtiti, Ricky Puig. I don't give a damn if you can't sell them. Letter of freedom, taunt termination, do whatever you have to do. Selling Dest because those other freaking pricks don't want to leave makes sense, but I think that's such unfeasible for Barcelona. We spent 50 million euros on Jules Kounde to play in a center back partnership with Araujo. What did Fabrizio Romano say a few days ago? Xavi called Kounde saying, look, you and Araujo can be the best defensive partnership in the world. Oh, you're going to right back now because we have to sell Dest because no one of these other freaking pricks want to leave. I mean, come on. And what did I say to you guys a few months ago as well? Roberto and Azpilicueta as our right back options is going to make us vulnerable this season. We're not going to be elite in that sense. Again, Barcelona's defense has been leaking over the past few years. We finally signed a top defender, Jules Kounde. Thank God for that. But again, our fullbacks are not that great. I think Dest has potential, but needs to work on it. I'm okay with Dest and Azpilicueta. You have the experience of Azpilicueta, the skillfulness, and the youngsterness, should I say, in Dest that can grow and that can learn from Azpilicueta. Selling him makes no sense, but we'll wait and see. Again, the offer has to come in. Right now, the report says that Barcelona are open to selling him because other players don't want to leave. So if an offer comes in, they'll study, they'll analyze it, like we know for every single player in the squad, except for, Ansu Fati, Varane, Araujo, and all the other untouchables. So we'll wait and see on Dest. And again, we keep hearing in the media that Dest wants to stay. He refuses to leave. He wants to stay for one season, injury-free, and prove that he's a Barcelona player. So we'll wait and see. If the other players start to leave, like Mengueta, Braithwaite, all that sort of stuff, then maybe we can see Dest stay. But if those players don't leave, Barcelona may be forced to sell Dest this summer. Now, a player who Barcelona have put on the market months ago and have been trying to deal with his future and exits for months and months now is, of course, Frenkie de Jong. The club gave an ultimatum over the past few days saying that, look, take a pay cut or get shipped off to Manchester United or any other club that wants to bid in for you. Now, Sport Evan San Antonio came out saying that Barcelona have informed Frenkie de Jong that he needs to reduce his salary, yes or yes. Jordi Cruyff will lead the salary reduction negotiation with him, as the club believes he's the most suitable person to achieve a positive result in this case. So pretty much Barcelona have told Jordi Cruyff, get in there and deal with Frenkie de Jong essentially. So look, we keep hearing that it's not we keep hearing. Fabrizio Romano keeps coming out saying that, Frenkie de Jong does not want to go to Manchester United, he does not want to consider taking a salary reduction as well. But I have a feeling now that Frenkie de Jong is slowly but surely considering that reduction as well. Now, Samuel Marsden and Moises Malone from ESPN have come out saying that Barcelona and Manchester United have an agreement on a fee for Frenkie de Jong, but sources at the club acknowledge that there is significant complications in closing the deal due to the midfielder's desire to stay at Barcelona. So again, Barcelona, United, full agreement on the fee, the package for Frenkie de Jong, but Frenkie de Jong at the moment is saying no to the possible move. Now, Laporta is in New York doing some presses and trying to expand the Barcelona brand. He sat down with I think CBS Golazo, some outlet in the America. He did a big interview. In this interview, he mentioned, of course, Messi. We'll talk about that in the video, and he, of course, big mentions about Frenkie de Jong. Let's get to see what he had to say, because of course for me this is very, very important. He came out saying that Frenkie de Jong, first and foremost, the player wants to stay and we want him to stay. Secondly, we have a new salary scale and all players have to fit in with it. We will do our best to keep him and hope the player does his best to stay as well. Take a salary cut or piss off. Again, that's what he's saying in very, very nice words. The first thing to say is what we want Frenkie de Jong to stay at Barcelona. We love the player and him as a human being. I want him to stay at Barcelona. He's a high quality player and a good guy. I also know that he wants to stay as well. All we are doing with Frenkie is the same as the rest of the squad. The signings coming in have to adjust their salaries to the new structure, but Frenkie de Jong has a contract and we must respect it. We can't force him to take a pay cut. It is his decision. Now, Laporta was asked what happens if Frenkie de Jong refuses to take a pay cut and stays at Barcelona. He said that, well, then he'll continue. He has a contract. We'll have to respect that his decision. But for us, he's a Barcelona player, and we count on him. In football, though, you never know. I can't say it. It all depends on different parties. But in principle, I can say there is a strong possibility that Frenkie de Jong stays at Barcelona, and I would do my best for him to stay at Barcelona. Now, keep in mind, this is the same guy who said that Jules Kounde is going to Chelsea a week ago. So keep that in mind. This all could be mind games with Joan Laporta. Look, when he speaks in the media, Joan Laporta is a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. He's not a freaking retard. So I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments below. I think Laporta is playing mind games. I think he's saying, we want Frenkie to stay, but he has to take a salary cut. I think Frankie's the best midfielder in the world. He fixed our system. I love him. He's a great guy. He has to take a salary reduction. He keeps on saying it. Salary structure, again, $400K a week for Frenkie de Jong is not worth it. Can we pay it? Yes. Will we pay if he says no? Yes, but of course there'll come complications. Get frozen out. No World Cup for you. I mentioned in my video yesterday or a few days ago saying that, when was the last time Netherlands went to the World Cup? They haven't been to the past bloody World Cups in years now. The first time they're back in a while. This will be Frenkie de Jong's first World Cup. And imagine he doesn't go there because Barcelona frees him out. He's not take a 50% wage reduction. It's all over the place. But we'll wait and see with Frenkie. Again, we already know the situation. I'm just waiting now for more developments. I want to hear some news say that, Frenkie de Jong considering going to Manchester United. Frenkie de Jong considering taking a wage pay cut. That's what I'm waiting for now at this point. Again, same news, same stuff every single day, but now Joan Laporta giving us more clarity about the situation. Now, on the topic of midfielders, Xavi does have a big decision to make in the midfield, whether or not to trust Miralem Pjanic for the season or Nico Gonzalez as a substitute for Sergio Busquets. Now, Marc has come out saying that Miralem Pjanic wants to stay at Barcelona, and Xavi has liked his performances so far. A final decision regarding his future will be taken in August. Now, Ivan San Antonio from Sport came out saying that Xavi is delighted with Pjanic. The Bosnian played a great game against Juventus and is convincing the coach. By the way, his game absolutely fantastic in that second half. A decision regarding his future will be made soon, as continuation could mean the departure of Nico in the form of a loan. Only one of Pjanic or Nico will stay at Barcelona next season, and Xavi will make that decision. Get in the comments down below. Who are you picking? What are you saying? Here's my thought process. This season, 99% will be Busquets' last season. What do? Do you play him week in, week out, just rinse the hell out of him? Or do you rest him here and there and bring in his, replacement, should I say, or new substitute, should I say? Here's what I'm going to say. If Xavi is planning to play Busquets in 90% of the matches for the season, I would keep Pjanic if he reduces his salary, of course. But if Xavi was going to play Busquets for only 60, 70, maybe even 50% of the season, then I'd pick Nico. The only way I would not pick Nico in this scenario is that if he won't get game time. If he's going to come in as the Busquets substitute, playing the Copa del Rey and then one game in La Liga, what's the point? I'd rather send him out on loan to an Elche, Osasuna, go there playing week in, week out and develop your game. I think Nico has fantastic potential. I saw him in the Clásico against Olot, against Inter Miami. He's showing some great potential, but Pjanic in that Juventus game was disgusting. His vision is absolutely ridiculous, and we already knew this with Miralem Pjanic. The problem was his age is he still part of the project, and also, of course, his salary. He's currently earning 300,000 euros per week. Talk about Frenkie de Jong on 400,000. This man's on 300,000. This guy should not be making anywhere near that. He should be making anywhere near 100,000 euros per week. If Rafinha, Dembele, and Azpilicueta on 100k per week, he should be on 70, 80 in that Roberto Peanut gallery. He should be part of that. So we'll wait and see. I think with Pjanic thing, it's going to be difficult. There's going to be a lot of complications. Of course, no doubt he has to take a salary reduction. But that's my standpoint. If Busquets is going to be playing week in, week out, like 95% or 90% of the season, I would lead to more towards Pjanic, loaning out Nico. I think that'd be more beneficial. But if Busquets can be, zoned out this season, getting rotated a lot, then I would pick Nico. But final decision will come down to Xavi. It'll be interesting to see who he picks. Will he pick Pjanic or Nico? Now, a player who has been rumored to be leaving Barcelona over the past 24 hours, but has absolutely zero chance of leaving the club this summer, is Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. Now, I believe it was Candacero who came out saying that, the club wanted to sell Ter Stegen because Frenkie de Jong doesn't want to leave. They have to bring in some money. Ter Stegen is next on the list to bring the most money in the squad. No chance. Sport came out saying that Marc-Andre Ter Stegen is not for sale. There is a maximum confidence in him. Either Xavi or the sporting sector consider selling him. The rumor which appeared in the media about his possible sale is not true. And also Fabrizio Romano came out confirming this as well, alongside Javi Miguel from AES, who of course is very close to Xavi. Look, selling Ter Stegen makes no sense. I think there's no suitable replacement for him. We could say Roberto Sanchez from Brighton, maybe Mike Mignon from AC Milan, but those are going to cost you, I would say, 50 million euros plus. We don't got time for that. This season is going to be a big thing for Ter Stegen. I think he has to show up. He now has a strong defense. You got Araujo, Kounde, Jordi Alba, Azpilicueta, Dest, whoever it may be, Christensen on the bench, PK on the bench, Eric Garcia on the bench. You have a strong defense now. There's no excuses for him. I expect a very, very good and strong season from Ter Stegen, of course. He's the fifth captain of Barcelona. Ain't no way in hell he is leaving. He is next in line to get the armband. If you say Busquets and PK leave this season, this will be their final season, Ter Stegen is becoming the second captain. 100% will be Jordi Alba first, because of course he's next in line, alongside Roberto. Of course, 1 year left in his contract. We'll wait and see, but Ter Stegen is next in line. So ain't no way in hell Ter Stegen is leaving. And again, Xavi absolutely loves him. I think in preseason Ter Stegen's done well. I think what he conceded only one goal in the whole entire preseason. I think his passing out from the back is very, very pivotal to Barcelona's game of play. No keeper in the world can pass the ball like him, besides from Ederson. I was saying that's pretty much it. So Ter Stegen definitely not leaving Barcelona this summer. 0% chance. Even if we're gonna go bankrupt, the club are not gonna sell him. But again, massive season coming up for Ter Stegen. Let's now discuss some of the news surrounding Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Firstly, on the emergency plan of the third economic lever. Now, Sport have come out saying to register the new signings, Barcelona needs exits and contract renegotiations, i.e. get rid of Braithwaite, Neto, Umtiti, Pjanic, Mengueta, renegotiate Busquets, Jordi Alba, PK, Frenkie de Jong. The club is already ready with the third lever in case of an emergency. It will give them around 100 million euros and all registrations will be possible. My freaking president, my freaking board, they are working to perfection this summer. They have a backup to the backup to the backup plan. Gerardo Ramirez in his live stream that the left back, backup list for Marcos Alonso is absolutely huge. The club are definitely going to get signed a left back this summer, so Balde going out on loan. But this board have the backup to the backup to the backup to the backup. They're coming prepared. That's why this summer I'm not worried whatsoever in terms of registration. All the English media, Gary Neville, blah blah blah, can pipe up all they want. The club will not have any problem at registration. No way Mateo Alemán is going to go sign Lewandowski, Rafinha, Kounde, Azpilicueta, may sign Bernardo Silva, Kesse, Christensen, and have problems with registration. Keep in mind, last time we had problems, but we only brought in 3 players as free agents, in Aguero, Eric Garcia, Memphis, and we bought Emerson because we had a buyback option for him. So I'm not worried whatsoever. But again, we do need exits, we do need contract negotiations, but we do have an emergency plan in the third economic lever, which will be the sale of 20 or 30% of Barca studios. So again, the board working to perfection. They have a backup plan. They do want to renegotiate salaries and of course exits, but they do have that third lever in the back pocket just in case they need it. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys an update on the possible return of Lionel Messi next summer in 2023. Joan Laporta has spoken about Messi's situation, about his departure from Barcelona, and also the possibility of signing him next summer. Let's go through the quotes, and then I'll give you guys my opinion on the whole entire situation. So Laporta came out saying that he was asked about Messi's departure. What did you do? What was going through your process? Do you regret it? He said, look, I did what I had to do in order to put the institution above the best player in history. I know Messi since he was a kid. I love Leo, and Barcelona loves Leo. If you ask me how do I feel, we owe a moral debt to him. I will do my best in order to give Messi the best end of his career in a Barcelona shirt. I would like to do it. It won't be easy, but we think with the correct strategy that we can do it. This right now is just an idea that we have at the moment. I will do everything in my power to make it happen, and we want to make it come true through a specific strategy. We'll see. Perhaps this is not the time to talk about it since he's still playing with PSG at the moment and he has a contract with them for one more season. But again, we owe him a morale debt to him. I would like to end his career in a Barcelona shirt and be applauded by all the stadiums in La Liga. It is an aspiration that I have. I feel partially responsible for how things ended, and I feel like this is a temporary end and that we will make his dream a reality, at least that is and that we will make this dream a reality, at least that is the dream. To those who are surprised by our market so far, I tell you that we are fully awake. We are back on the market. The strength of the organization for more than 122 years is immense. Of course, talking about us signing players, all sorts of stuff. Now, I think Laporta is, of course, a tactical genius. If he said this 3 months ago, he would have got slated by the Barcelona fans. And again, we do not forget last summer. We're coming up to the year anniversary, by the way. I think in a week or in a bit. I freaking cried on my YouTube channel on the live stream. That's how bad it was. It was a shock to everyone. He said this 3 months ago. He would have got slated. But now we had so far the best transfer window that we've seen in the club's history. Everyone now is excited and gassed about this. Look, I don't think it's that easy. Keep in mind, Messi and Laporta's relationship right now is still at an all-time low. I don't even think Laporta and Messi have spoken since Messi left the club, of course, almost a year ago. Is it possible? Yes. Does Messi want to come back? I think so. But again, keep in mind, I think what happens with Argentina in the World Cup and PSG in the Champions League will definitely have an impact on his decision. I think if PSG win the Champions League, I think he'll highly consider staying. If if Argentina win the World Cup, I think he might say, I'm comfortable now at PSG and let me just stay. Messi will come back to Barcelona at some point. Whether it's going to be as a player or in upstairs in the boardroom, I don't know. But my dream is, of course, the next summer that's coming up, Messi comes back. He signs the papers. Says, look, 1 year. If we win the treble, if we win the sextuple, if we win the freaking quadruple, I don't care. 1 season, I'm gone. I'm going to retire or I'll go to News Old Boys and retire there. Whatever. I think bringing Messi in for a long period of time could disrupt our salary structure, could disrupt the squad we already have. Keep in mind the depth that we have already is ridiculous. I think with Aubameyang becoming a free agent next summer, the club won't keep him. They'll have Messi come in to replace him. You'll have Lewandowski, Messi, Dembele, Rafinha, Varane, Ansu as that front six. Again, Messi, there's competition. There's younger players who are more energetic, fire ahead of him, but Messi's Messi, right? Messi's a freaking GOAT. So we'll wait and see. I would love for him to return. I see a lot of people saying, no, don't bring him back. He'll ruin the salary structure. Will Messi come on 100K per week? I don't think so. But if there's one man in the world you can break your salary structure for, it's the GOAT, Lionel Messi. I think he comes in 400K a week. No problem. 500K, I think it's a bit of a push, but I think the club will do everything in their power to bring him back in. Keep in mind, we still owe him about 60 million euros, I believe, in the first salary and stuff like that. But won't be easy. I think Laporta now just trying to gas us up a little bit after having a great transfer window. He wants to keep the spark and the hope alive, but I don't think it'll be that easy. But of course, I'd love Messi to come back. Oh, just thinking about it, I'm about to tear up a bit now. Freaking hell. We'll wait and see. Again, until the World Cup ends, I'm not thinking about it right now. It's not in my mind. We got other things to prioritize, other things to focus about. Until the end of the World Cup, don't think about it. But of course, Messi return. We knew this last summer when he signed a 2-year deal with PSG. Look, this summer that's coming up, not this one that we're currently in, the next one after that, it's going to be full of fire. Will Messi come back or not? We'll wait and see. But again, Messi return this next summer is definitely possible. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to firstly is, of course, about Lionel Messi. Do you believe he'll come back next summer? What would you rate it, like, in the percentage? Like 60% chance he comes in, 50-50, 70, 20, 90. Secondly, on Frenkie de Jong, what do you think he'll decide? Take a salary cut and stay, or go to Man United? And finally, on Xavi's midfield decision, who do you think he'll pick? Miralem Pjanic or Nico to be the backup for Busquets this season? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.